character told the fish companion his feelings for the male lead. Now, he doesn't fully realize his feelings. He feels something for the male lead, and it's so obviously he's in love with the male lead. And when the fish companion's telling him, hey, what do you want out of the future? And the main character's like, well, I want to be with my dad. And the fish companion's like, well, anyone outside of your dad? And he's like, well, I want to be with the male lead. And he lists off all the reasons why he wants to be with the male lead. And the fish companion obviously sees what's going on, but the main character sadly doesn't realize it. When the male lead and the main character was at the hot springs and they went into the water by themselves, the main character got to see the male lead's body, and man was drooling. He was like, my man is a Greek god. He looks so delicious. He's so fine, especially when he sees what the male lead was packing, and the male lead is packing a lot. Like, I think he probably has the biggest, you know what, when it comes to male leads and these books. Like, it's huge, and the main character's just drooling all over that, and I'm like, honey, calm yourself. The main character was full on jealous of the male lead's ex-comrade, the one that ruined the male lead's career. The main character was so much seething and jealousy over the dude, and the male lead was full on teasing the main character over his jealousy. I freaking loved it. So the main character's dad, he comes and he's like, your man or me. You either stay with your man or you come home with me. And the main character's like a 16-year-old. He's a teenager, so you know teenagers. When you tell them not to be with their boyfriends or girlfriends, they're going to be like, you can't tell me what to do. I love them, Daddy. Why are you trying to take them away from me? You know how they are. So the main character's like, but Dad. And his dad's like, oh, I see that you chose. And the male lead's trying to get in between them, being like, sir, he can go home with you. We were already planning to visit you and see you. And the dude's not hearing it. He's like, no, I'm just leaving. You can have my son, and just booms out of there. And the main character's literally heartbroken over this. He's like, Dad, don't leave me. Because again, the main character wants both his dad and his boyfriend. And his dad just doesn't give him the choice of this matter. And the male lead's like, don't worry, we will go find your dad. We need to find your uncle so you can go see your dad, but we'll go get him. I'm going to say something, and you guys have the rights to shame me in the comments. You guys have all the rights to do it, but when I saw this artwork like I did in book 1 of him, you know what I did? I rubbed my face all over it and started sniffing, because this man is showing his chest, and he's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous, and I was just like, hello, mommy. Like, I'm a terrible person. Like, someone shame me, please. So they come across Divine Coon when they're searching for the main character's uncle. He is a companion or servant of the main character's uncle. I wasn't really sure which one it was. And they each have a question for him. And the male lead's question is if he gets to stay with the main character. And he tells the male lead that in a year's time, there's a decision the male lead will have to make. And the decision will be what makes up if he gets to be with the main character or not in the future. He tells the male lead, for answering his question, the male lead owes him a body. Not his own body, but a body down the line. The main character goes, hey, do I get to be with my father in the future? Like, do I get to stay by his side? And he tells the main character that he has to decide what his home is. And what he decides on what his home is if he gets to stay with his dad or not. He also informs them that the fish companion is about to be on the cusp of becoming a dragon, but he has to save a certain amount of people's lives on his own. No help at all. He has to do them on his own. He tells the main character, for answering his question, that he owes him a soul. Not his soul, but a soul down the line. And for the fish companion only owed him fish food. He sends them on their way to see the main character's uncle, and that is very much it. The uncle just gives them some sort of saying and teaches them something and then runs off on them. He just disappears on them. Now you're wondering, how did the uncle Newt come save them when they were fighting against the Corsair's fake sister? Well, that's because he had basically snatched up and kidnapped the fish companion and told him, hey, now this is what's going on. This is the Yao King. I need you to keep an eye on them. I'm going to come to save them, kind of stuff. So yeah, he'd been watching this entire time. He'd been using his birds. He had told the fish companion what was going on, and he needed to be sure. He also told him not to tell the others that he told him this information. Because again, Daddy and Uncle are a little too protective of their little princess. And I am not kidding, they are very protective, because Daddy Dearest is not pleased that his precious little princess is still out in the world. He was trying to take the main character back to keep the main character safe, but because the main character wanted to stay by the male lead side, and he doesn't trust the male lead at all. Like, not one bit he trusts the male lead. And the Divine Coon and the Uncle had to tell him, hey, calm down, he'll be fine. He has the male lead by his side. You got to trust the male lead, believe in the male lead. They're gonna be perfectly fine. You heard what the main character said. He wants to come home to you. Just so be calm, be careful, okay? You have something that's about to happen, and you won't be able to protect him when this time comes. So calm yourself, man. Calm yourself. The main character and male lead, they get assigned to look into a bunch of massacres that are happening to the military force in a certain location in villages, and they have to go check it out. They're ordered by the Crown Prince to do it. So they head out to that location to solve the massacres. The main character and male lead, they're flirty during their entire trip to this location. They're very much telling each other their feelings, how they care about each other, how they see each other, how they'll support each other down the line, sounding like a little married couple. But the male lead is sitting there going, I see you as my little brother. And I'm like, seriously? And the main character stumbles and goes, yeah, I see you as my family too. And the male lead takes the chances to literally tease the main character about the main character's feelings. Because we all know their feelings is not familiar. Their feelings are romantic, and these two just hasn't realized it or will not acknowledge it. Like, the male lead just keeps telling the main character, don't worry what everybody else thinks. It's not what everybody else thinks. My feelings for you is general and caring, and that of how a big brother would see their little brother. I'm like, honey, no, it is not. Okay? You are such a possessive, jealous, protective, caring husband. You are not a brother. No. Like, honey, you baby him at every turn. It is insane how much you baby him. Because it's snowing and cold, they had to stop at a cave because the male lead was literally freezing and getting sick. And the main character doesn't understand why he wasn't getting sick until he starts going through his clothes and realizes his father's feather had been in his clothes this entire time, keeping him warm and toasty. So he hands it over to the male lead and takes care of the male lead while the male lead is sick. But they don't have much chances to just sit and stay still because they get attacked by a corpse army. And they have to fight off the corpse army to stay safe. And they have to rush to the base that they were supposed to arrive to. The main character and male lead, they finally arrived to the base that they were supposed to arrive to, and they meet up with the military governor. And the military governor do not believe them when they start telling their story. He also didn't want them there anyways, because he doesn't want any government official at his place, his territory. He doesn't want any of them there. And again, he doesn't believe what they're telling him. Even when the male lead's like, hey, we're telling the truth. You can have my head if you don't believe me. So the dude goes to search out the evidence they claim to have. And when that evidence doesn't exist, he's like, okay, I'm taking your head. And this freaks the main character and male lead out because the male lead was used to people just saying and never anything ever actually happening. And now, so they're running for their lives because the military governor wants their head.